I need to repair a pillow, a toy, and a pair of pants. All three of these things have an opening that is impossible to repair from the inside. So using a sewing machine, it is only possible to do it from the front-facing side. And for this purpose, the invisible stitch is a magic trick. Invisible stitch, also known as the slip stitch or the ladder stitch, is what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. This pillow and plush toy were actually made in the first place from the inside using a sewing machine. Then they were flipped over and stuffed with sintepon. So in order to repair it, we have to take out all of the sintepon or the stuffing of the bear, reverse it, and then stitch it. Tons of work. We don't need to do that. The pants have an opening in a very tricky place between the zipper and the main middle stitch. So in order to fix this problem from the inside, it is very difficult using a sewing machine. We're going to have to use the invisible stitch. I've prepared 3 different needles with 3 different contrasting threads, and I'm going to do this so that you guys can get a better idea. So I'm going to start with the plush toy, and I'm going to use a red thread for contrast and to show you so that you guys can get a better idea. I always have to start about half a centimeter before the opening in order to make sure that our stitch is secure and it's not going to be torn open again. First, I need to make a knot and start from the inside to hide the knot. Don't use double threads. They are going to tangle and twist, and the stitching will just get much harder. Using thin and very good quality strong threads, always use single threads. I'm going to imitate the machine stitch with my hands. I can always see visible marks left from previous sewing machine stitches, so using them for directions and following them, I'm going to take 3 to 4 millimeters of fabric with the needle from one side. Then, directly 90 degrees perpendicular on the other side, insert my needle into the fabric, take another 3 to 4 millimeters of it, then pull my thread through, and then onto the other side, take more fabric, 3 to 4 millimeters, pull it through, and then go back to the other side. You can notice the ladder pattern kind of appears. The stitches are parallel to one another. Keep doing it until you completely repair the torn area. Now, as you can see, I will pull the thread and bring the 2 sides together. When I finish this required area, it is wise to leave about 5 millimeters above the original stitch to make sure that it is secured and not going to be torn open again. Making a double security knot, I'm going to cut the thread and the plush toy is repaired. Now I'm going to repair these pants. They have a ruptured place in an area where it's very, very difficult to reach and fix with a sewing machine. I'm going to have to use an invisible stitch. I took a light gray thread for black pants in order to show you how invisible the invisible stitch really is. So you don't have to use matching threads if you don't have any. You can just use a lighter color or a shade that is close to the desired color, since it will be invisible no matter what. Pants fabric is much thinner than a plush toy's fabric, so that is why I'm going to be making shorter stitches. Making a knot, I'm going to insert the needle from the inside so that I can secure it. Finding the marks from the previous original sewing machine, I'm going to follow them, pinching with my needle 2 to 3 millimeters of fabric from one side of the opening and insert the needle directly across. catching another 2 to 3 millimeters, pulling my needle through, going across, catching another 2 to 3 millimeters, pulling it through, going across, and just repeating this process until it is done. Once again, I'm going to leave a little bit of loose thread just so you can see the pattern. The created pattern looks like a ladder. Once I am done, I'm going to pull the thread, and look, everything disappeared. Now I will make a security knot on the inside of the pants to hide it completely. As you can see, nothing is visible. Of course, it is better to use black threads instead of gray threads for a black pair of pants, but of course it is fully up to you. And now for the pillow. Again, I'm going to be using a contrasting yellow thread. I'm going to make a knot starting from the inside in order to hide the knot, and then a few millimeters before the opening, of course, in order to secure. Pillow fabric is thick, and I'm going to make stitches around 3 to 4 millimeters. Again, I'm just going to pinch the fabric, following the marks from the previous sewing machine stitches and recreating that sewing machine stitch with my hands. I'm going to catch 3 to 4 millimeters of the fabric from one side of the opening, then directly 90 degrees across, insert the needle onto the other side of the opening, catch 3 to 4 millimeters of the fabric from the other side, and then go back to the opposite side, insert the needle 3 to 4 millimeters, pull the thread through, then go again back onto the other side, and just keep repeating this process until you got to the end. I am making it loose so that you can see the pattern of the ladder creating. When I get to the end of the opening, I'm pulling the thread and it will disappear. Go over about half a centimeter further to secure the stitch and make a secure double knot. Cut the thread. Of course, using matching color threads, it will be, much better idea, but it still works with any color thread. I can basically repair anything using this method, especially things that are really, really hard to repair fast and easy using sewing machines, like furniture or curtains or clothes or bags or any other accessories. This method is an incredible method, and I suggest you try it out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.